Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reading my latest blog, 5 Signs of Low Masculine Energy. So as you know, everyone and everything has both masculine and feminine energy. It doesn't matter what gender you are, you need a healthy masculine energy for mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So I will talk about the 5 signs of a low or unhealthy masculine energy and also ways to balance this. All these signs overlap into each other as well, and you will see what I mean as we get further into the post. So number 1, you have body image issues. Your body is an amazing instrument that allows your spirit to have a physical experience. When you have negative thoughts about the way you look, it means that you do not have a strong foundation in this earth realm. Having a foundation is masculine orientated. Just like a house needs a strong and stable foundation to be built on, so does your body. It is normal to have insecurities and be self-conscious at times, but persistent negative thoughts without any loving thoughts about oneself is harmful and a sign of unhealthy masculine energy. Healthy masculine energy is like a loving father. It offers safety and security. This brings us to our next point. But first, how do we fix this? So, loving thoughts. Every time you become aware that you are thinking negatively about yourself, you need to change your train of thought. First, ask yourself why you feel this way or have this negative belief. Next, ask yourself if this is true. You will most likely find that the negative belief you have about yourself is not true and likely due to a childhood trauma. Next, tend to yourself with self-care and tell yourself positive things instead. This process of following the answers to your questions will start to dissolve the negative patterns in your mind. Number 2, you do not provide yourself with safety and protection. Some examples of this include being around people that make you feel unsafe, like friends, family members, neighbors, etc. They may have rude, condescending, negative, sarcastic behavior. Or you may just have an intuitive knowing that person, something is off with that person. You may justify their actions, or you may even blame yourself for why you feel uneasy. You may be more concerned about offending them than protecting your own well-being. You may also have a job that makes you feel unsafe. Unsafe can mean emotionally and mentally safe as well. You may have a boss that devalues you and treats you poorly, or you may have a job that takes a toll on your spirit and goes against your core beliefs. You may eat food or drinks that you consciously know are not benefiting you and may be triggering physical, emotional, or mental discomfort. This can be known allergies, too much sugar, junk food, alcohol, stimulants. You get the idea. You may not give yourself enough rest, which puts you in a state of chronic stress. All these things add up, and this makes being in your body feel like an unsafe place, which means being on Earth is an unsafe place. This leads us to our next point, which is having lack of boundaries. But first, how do we provide safety and protection? Decide that you will start putting yourself first. No ifs, ands, or buts. Start saying no. How people react is their problem, not yours. Number 3, you do not have boundaries for yourself or others. You may not have self-control when it comes to your own personal boundaries you set for yourself. This can be with the way you eat, the goals you wish to accomplish. You may have issues with commitment. You may have a pattern of crossing your own boundaries and letting yourself down, which leads to feelings of self-betrayal. You may do things against your better judgment and be caught in cycles and loops. You may continue to do things you know do not serve your best interests. This is because of lack of willpower and self-discipline. Your willpower is also connected to how grounded you are in your physical body and into Earth, which also comes back to body issues and feelings of being safe. When you have persistent negative thoughts about your body, the thing that keeps you in this plane of existence, you will not be able to form a strong foundation or connection into your Earth body. To have self-discipline, you need mental strength. This leads us to our next point, which is lack of mental and physical strength. But first, creating boundaries. Decide to put your wants, needs, and desires first. Practice verbally expressing your boundaries to others when you feel like a line was crossed. This can look like, "Hey, I did not like that. Please don't do it again. This made me feel blank. I would appreciate if you did not do this, and I would appreciate it if you did this instead." Or, "I will have to distance myself if blank behavior doesn't stop." Number 4, lack of physical strength and mental strength. The energy that you hold will be reflected in the physical body. Our energy is reflected in our facial features and body structure. A simple example would be observing people who are nervous and have poor confidence. This is reflected in the way they carry themselves. They may bite their nails, slouch, hunch over. Going even deeper, someone with a strong masculine energy will often be reflected with a strong body structure. This person would not be too frail or too weak. When someone gains masculine energy, their body structure will also change over time. They may feel an intuitive desire to strength train, work out, or eat more. This gives them a sturdy foundation and more grounding. Of course. Okay, where were we? Of course, not everyone with a strong body frame has a healthy masculine energy. They could have toxic traits as well. Building strength. Building physical strength is a great way to build healthy masculinity. The strength of your body will often work holographically and create a stronger mind. This is because building muscle strength training requires self-discipline. It requires you to show up for yourself every single day and put in the work. It requires determination. It is not our body that has a lack of motivation and easily tires. The mind will always tell us no or to stop before our body does. Working on your physical fitness will also train your mind to be stronger, and the discipline you acquire will spread into other areas of your life. So number 5, you have negative beliefs about the male gender or masculinity. Any type of negative belief about masculinity, the male role, or about males in general is actually a reflection of your own masculine energy. Yes. You may have a belief that males are inferior. You may have a belief that men are animals or stupid. This does not indicate the truth. What it indicates is that your feminine energy thinks about your masculine energy. It is a sign of how your own masculine energy treats your feminine energy. It is a sign of the unharmony and possibly toxic relationship within yourself. When you begin to mend this dynamic between the energies within yourself, your beliefs and views about the masculine will shift as well. You will begin to realize that those previous beliefs you held were false, and you are holding those beliefs because of internalized pain, trauma, or wounding. Mending the masculine wound. To begin mending the masculine wound, you need to dedicate yourself to yourself. If you are a parent, I know this idea might be hard to accept, but your child's health and well-being is dependent on your health and well-being. They will not know how to love themselves if you first do not know how to love yourself. It doesn't mean you are more important than your children, your spouse, your job, or anything else. It means that you are just as important as those things too. So, begin loving yourself and reinforcing positive beliefs about yourself. Provide yourself with safety, protection, and grounding. Start setting healthy boundaries for yourself and others, and have a physical fitness routine and work on your physical and mental health. So, before we end, I just wanted to add that I have a new 7-day course for healing your endocrine system up on my website, and that is available for members. Go ahead and check that out. And until next time, see you later.